welcome back to Hoagies Garage. I have here today a product review I wanted to run through. Full write-up's going to be on hoagiesgarage.com with kind of how we did it, what it worked for and what it didn't work for. Really did not work for anything, but today I have the Optima batteries digital 1200 12 volt battery charger. Kind of a lot to say there, but there's a lot going on with this too. We do have an Optima battery behind here in this LS1 Camaro. It is a red top. It's from 2010, so it's an older model. On the website, we did an Optima install in a Trailblazer SS, a red top as well. So I'm not going to say we fully have Optima in everything in the garage, but for the most part, it's in a lot of the vehicles here. So like I said, the full write-up is on this, but I wanted to kind of show you guys how it worked, some of the advantages of it, and more than anything, you got to see this in action to kind of believe it, I guess you could say, what it actually does. It does have a lot of neat features on it. It does do the basic battery charging features. It has the microprocessor control. It won't overcharge, it won't undercharge, that kind of stuff. It does maintain the battery. It does deeply recharge deeply discharged batteries, so it'll take a completely dead battery and bring it back to life. The reason I have this car sitting here with it, like I said, was because this red top is from 2010, and every winter it sits here with a battery tender on it. Nothing fancy. It just has one LED that tells me charged, not charged, and that's it, and it would sit there. I wanted to try this year to see if I could squeeze another year out of the red top. Now, personally, I wouldn't recommend keeping a battery this long, but I don't plan on taking the Camaro over too far, like out of state for the most part. So I'm not too worried if it does happen to die on me. It's not going to be the end of the world. So as I said, the Optima Digital 1200, pretty cool little unit. It's all packed in here nicely. It's got a rubber cord wrap right here, if you can see, to hold your the power cord, and then inside this little box here, all the battery connector cables are stored neatly into there, and that just kind of snaps closed like so. Handle that kind of clicks into place. One of the cool things, which I didn't use, but if you have this sitting on your workbench or something like that close to the car and you need it, you do have access to a USB port in there to charge your iPhone, iPad, or any USB, GoPro, whatever you want. So nice little touch there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the camera, I'm going to mount it sort of so you can see how this works, and I'm going to run you through actually the features and kind of how to do this more than anything. It's not rocket science how to charge a battery, but at the same time, I wanted to show you this little screen, what it actually tells you, and go from there. So like I said, the Optima Digital 1200 from Optima Batteries. So I've taken the Optima Digital 1200 charger and I've plugged it in. I don't have a plug super close by here at the moment, so I ran a heavy-duty extension cord. It's not too long, but it is hooked into there, and it worked fine like that all winter. It did its job. So what you see here once you plug it in is the battery charger says, make a quick selection now. Now, what I like to do with this thing, and if you kind of follow the manual, it tells you to do a couple different ways here. If the battery is unplugged from the car, they say just plug it in positive, negative, which that's what I did with it in the car. I'm sure there's a reason you're not supposed to do it that way, but that's how I did it. So, but it does say connect to positive first. So here's my two connectors right here. I apologize for the shaky camera because this is about the best way I could film it here to show you. The positive does have this sweet LED light, so if you need to see what you're doing, you got that right there. So I'm going to connect my positive first. I'm going to try to carefully get over here without too much twisting and get my negative like that. So we are connected and ready to make these selections. So this is where you pick what you have. We have engine starting, deep cycle, motorcycle, and then auto marine. The top ones, as you can see, are Optima batteries, the regular blue or red top, and then the deep cycle yellow top, and then the deep cycle blue top. This is a standard red top, so it's the top left selection.
the bottom, or just if you have regular standard batteries. So I'm going to back up here so you can kind of see the readout here. This is probably the neatest part of the whole thing. So if I press the red top button here, it starts analyzing, and it does this for a number of minutes here. So I'm going to kind of let this run, and I may end up speeding this up here just so you can not have to watch the whole time. See if I can hold it pretty steady here so you don't get Blair Witch sick or anything. But while it's doing that, I'll kind of show you a couple indicators here. Got a temperature compensation is on, which that means if it is really cold or it senses anything, it's just kind of monitoring the temperature, because if you have your vehicle in a storage building or something in the winter and it's really cold, it'll kind of compensate for that. Obviously a power indicator there, and then this one down here, if you can see that's connected, it means it's on, and then this last one on the bottom right, kind of a check light. I guess it basically means if there's an issue. I can turn off the LED backlight, turn it back on, and it's still analyzing, as you can see. Alright, after a solid minute and a half to 2 minutes, it is done analyzing, and we have this kind of trick looking gauge here. It tells me my battery's at 75%. It says charging 12 volt Optima, and it's telling me the volts DC, the amps DC down there. I didn't really pay attention to the volts and the amps at the bottom. I was just kind of more concerned about the gauge at the top. And after it sits for a little while, it does charge pretty quick. It pretty much kept it at 100% all winter. So with that being said, it's not like really crude and basic where you just don't know. So that's kind of neat if you want to come out, you know, in the winter or whenever, and just check, and you hit your light there and you can see what your battery's doing. It'll tell you if there's a problem, obviously, or anything like that. The other thing we did, and I tell you about this in the review on the website, but I'll kind of state it again. I had a battery completely discharged, as in when I plugged it in, dead as a doornail, completely 0%. In a roughly 8 hours, it was up to 100%. So it will charge quickly if it needs to. It does kind of move quite quickly. These things over here, there's some different buttons to battery maintainer. That's kind of what we're on. There's a plug on the side, like I said, over here. I'll kind of show you. If you want to do like those ring connectors so you have a permanent hookup instead of the clips like I just used. And this battery pre-charge status is you press that and nothing happens now because it's it's charging right now. But basically I'd press that before I wanted to do the analyzing like I did before. So that is the Optima Digital 1200. It's a beefy unit, but it's actually really lightweight. It's not heavy. It's shaped kind of like the Optimas are. Very, very cool product, though. It's not the cheapest battery charger out there, but you do get some interesting features on it. The USB is extra little add-on, the LED lights, so you're getting more when you spend the extra money. I have heard some things about this display not lasting, but ours, it's been on here for I think roughly 6 months now long term, and it hasn't had any issues. I haven't dropped it or abused it, so that might be part of it, but it is a product, I guess, if you buy it, you're going to want to take care of it because it is a nicer piece. It's not something to throw in the bed of a pickup truck. So with that being said, I fully endorse it. They do have a smaller model too that's more of a tender, not as aggressive, I guess, if you want to say, for recharging dead batteries, more of a maintainer, tender type thing, and it does have a sweet looking hook so you can hook it from your hood latch and do that sort of thing with it. So Optima batteries, check out their website, check out this product. I'll have a link at the bottom of the website if you're interested in purchasing one. But very, very cool. Not something you see every day in the normal battery charger from AutoZone or something like that, but definitely a premium product for I'd say a premium garage setup. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. And if you have any questions, post a comment. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up.
And coming up soon, we have some other reviews, lots of products, a couple vehicles coming up the line here. Hoagiesgarage.com. Have a great day.